I know it's your first love, I understand. But second time is better lah. Like first time maybe not so good, second time maybe should be good. It's set. No, it's sex. Sex. It's I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything. It felt like a vagina. It's October and it's time for my favorite of the month. Yay!
So far, Ryan's favorites of the past few months has not been a letdown.
Really, I don't know why I always feel like you're faking it. I just scared only, then you all just say nice.
So far, right, I dare say, I expect something more.
The standard is slowly increasing already.
Okay. So this October, I'm featuring all my favorites. And I just want to be clear, none of it is sponsored. All these are places that I have went frequently and I really like it. So today, word of the day is
Conjubilant!
So what does it mean?
It means rejoicing together!
It's like screaming joy.
Yes. But before we head to the first location, I would like to give a shout out to Jivan for sending this Doraemon shirt for Ben. It's a bit long in it.
Yeah, if you're any one of you want to sponsor me clothes to wear on Get Fat, so I won't wear the same old boring shirts, feel free to drop me a DM.
Okay, first location.
Hey, Conjubilant!
For the first location, we are at Ben's Kitchen.
Yes, correct.
Okay, didn't know you have a sideline.
No choice, need to earn some money. You know, as a food host, you know, I must just start a kitchen.
I found this place interesting is because whenever I go to Bali, I love to eat this thing called babi guling. Babi guling is basically suckling pig. In Singapore, right, I cannot find any place that has it until I stumble upon this.
Wow.
And the best part is, it's damn near my house. So when I come here to try, right, it really tastes like Bali's babi guling. Okay, so what we are having today is the babi guling itself, the nasi campur babi guling, and then we got the satay babi. So of course, let's start off with the star of the show, which is the babi guling. They have a lot of condiments, a lot of different types of chili. However, try to eat it plain first. It has been left there out sometime, but it's damn crispy.
The moment it touches my mouth, right, the first thing that hit me was the herbs. It's so strong. I didn't expect this amount of flavor. I thought it was gonna be just like normal, you know, the greasy and oiliness. They hide it very well with the herbs.
Me up and call me Nancy, man. This is so good. I now got a lot of expression when I eat something. While the skin is the highlight, right, because it's very crackling and crispy, right, I like the meat inside. It's not dry, it's still moist and have a lot of flavors.
I've ate quite a lot of suckling pig, right? And always people want to eat the fatty part only, the crispy part. Not the meat, but this one, however, you want to eat both.
But I'm very puzzled. You both go to Bali before, but never eat babi guling before.
You know why or not?
Why?
Not the last I checked. I only want to eat McDonald's. Last I checked.
I remember we had this conversation. Yeah. Next up, we have the nasi campur, which is a mix like Cai fan, you can imagine, but there's a lot of different pork dishes, okay? There's like some sort of char siu, roasted pork, and the suckling pig.
The sanchen roll, it's so fatty.
It's not salty, the fats melt in your mouth, and the meat to fat ratio just nice.
Yeah, just nice. It has a very nice bite to it.
It's not just nice. The meat to fat ratio, right? The fat is like 90%. There's so much fat, right, that I barely taste the meat. I still got a meat, right? But this is for someone, right, that love the fatty part of the pork. The chili has this very pungent smell to it.
Right. Some may like it, some may not.
Some may not like it. The spicy level is not very high. I would say I'll give it like a 6 out of 10.
Right.
When you eat pork, right, usually it's very greasy, it's very fatty, right? But the the chili really balanced the thing.
I like it.
You did the greasiness and then the spice, wow, shock.
I also like the char siu. For me, right, the char siu is opposite of the roasted pork. It's not as fatty. It's more lean. So feel less guilty and less jelak. Because if everything is fatty and oily, right, you get jelak very fast.
But the char siu has this very unique sauce. It's very sweet. Like what Nigel mentioned, right, it cuts off the greasiness. But can I just say, right, I also really like their rice. When you see the color, it reminds me of nasi biryani. And nasi biryani reminds me of very oily rice, very heavy. But this is not. I think it's a little bit on the sweeter side.
However, it's not like sweet until it overtakes the whole dish. Okay, for the last one, we are having the satay babi. So if I'm not wrong, there's two variations. One is the sweet one is the salty one. Okay. If I ate this first, maybe I'll like this. But everything is really very good.
Why when I say like this, right, is because the meat is definitely better than a lot of the satays I've tried. It's tender. You know, satay always they cook until they chako. Then it's very tough and dry. Then you need the satay sauce to cover it up. But this is not. It's very tender and very chewy.
Nicely marinated. Actually, you don't even need that sauce. It has a lot of taste by its own. Of all the different type of pork that we ate here, the char siu, the roasted pork, the suckling meat and the satay, right? Number 1 will be the suckling meat. Number 2 is the roasted pork. How about your ranking, sir? It seems like you're leaning towards the roasted pork.
I think just go for this plate of rice.
Yeah, it has everything. It has everything.
You ask me to choose, right? I really cannot choose.
Yeah.
I like everything. I think they perfectly name this Ben's Kitchen.
Right.
Because I love it.
So this whole nasi campur set, like $14.80.
I honestly think quite worth it. Honestly.
Very worth it.
Yeah, because
Very worth it.
not only right, there's a plethora of meat, different variety. Confirm plus chop full one. Wow, it's really catered for me.
Yeah.
Because when I eat rice, sometimes I like to 加饭. Because not enough ma. Or like 加肉, you know, 加 this, 加 that. So I confirm don't need to 加 because it really has veggies, it has everything that I need.
I agree with Ben. I think the nasi campur babi guling right, is one of the most affordable right, and the most value for money. Right?
Didn't expect I so fast will just show it to you guys. So a little bit more about the restaurant, right? It's owned by this chef called Ben Chia, and he has been cooking for 45 years. Oh, older than you already. Actually, that's true. He specialized in Chinese-Indonesian recipe, and as you already can tell, he has a lot of experience with dealing with pork.
Yes.
Dealing with you. Okay, so be sure to come down to Ben's Kitchen and give it a try, and we are off to the next location. Next up on my recommendation, we are at SHINRAI. So I came to SHINRAI right when my partners at Cheat Code treated me for dinner. Then only I realized it was only recently opened at April 2024.
I like the aesthetic of this place.
Very nice, huh?
This is the first time ever before we start the Aero, right? Usually we want to choose a place to host. Then we're like, this is the best spot already. But today, we're like, got a few places. Very nice.
So what we are having today is Engawa sushi with truffle caviar. Okay, then we got the Wagyu foie gras don. Okay, and then of course we got the, what's that last one called? So mentaiko scallop lah. Okay.
Hey, why must call people out like that?
I just say
Okay, you're Japanese sake. Oh, Japanese good.
And the last one we have the mentaiko hotate.
Wow. So basically scallop.
Okay, so I think how I will recommend is that we start with the Engawa first. Wow, damn. It melts, right? It really melts, right? Typically, how do people
Shut up. Let me enjoy my food.
Wait, but typically how people enjoy this, right, is they blow torch it, right? They release oil from the fish. Then it becomes very buttery.
Because right, the first thing that, not first thing, the whole thing goes inside my mouth. Usually it's the sashimi, super duper creamy and super duper fresh, right? But this time the oil and the butter seeps into the rice.
Everything just melts in your mouth.
Everything, it comes as a whole.
It comes as a whole.
I wouldn't want to eat it separate.
Right? Typically when my girlfriend very full already, right, she won't eat the rice already. She'll just eat the liao. But this one I think it goes well together. Okay, next up, right? Okay, we just ate this not long ago. Okay, it's the Wagyu foie gras don. So this one was the must order dish, and they are very generous with the size of the foie gras also, as you can tell. I don't know why, but today I can't really eat. It's like 20 times better than the day. I was quite impressed on the day, but today is on another level.
Wait, what?
Wagyu?
No.
What?
I mentioned on the other episode, right? Tanuki raw is my first love. But after first one, must have second. You don't start in the first one. Right. First one is the...
I thought it was side chick, is it?
No, I never say that. No, you move on.
I know it's your first love, I understand. But second time is better lah. Like first time maybe not so good, second time maybe should be good.
And they put the truffle caviar on top. The whole thing is on another level.
Correct. I think the whole dish goes well together. It doesn't feel very separated, and everything has a very full flavor to it. Nothing is diluted.
You can tell that they really want you to enjoy this dish by the size of the spoon.
You must eat it slowly.
Slowly.
For me, it's a very impressive dish. It's a little bit on the steep side, but I think all the ingredients make up for it.
The Wagyu is very tender. It's cooked to perfection. It's buttery. Paired with the foie gras, right? They torch it like so well. Then it's like, wow. Loss of words.
So this is the mentaiko hotate.
What is that flavor?
Yeah, what? There's something stronger than the mentaiko.
It's not the ibiko, right? I don't know, like.
But it's very umami.
Do you all blow torch this one?
Yeah, they blow torch the mentaiko, I think.
I think that's why the flavor come out much more pronounced. It's crazy. Mentaiko, right, shouldn't be put on sashimi. I feel like it destroys how fresh the raw fish is.
The raw piece.
The raw fish is, right? I like to eat it raw. But this one goes very well together. It's crazy.
Although I have to say, I also have to be honest, right? Not my favorite thing on this table. Yeah. I think I mentioned a few times, right? I like Japanese food, but I don't like the raw side of things.
Right.
I like everything like aburi, brotosh, coke. They got affordable lunch sets starting from 1680. So, of the three things that we ate, the Engawa sushi, Wagyu Fagua Don, and the Mentaiko Hotate, which will be your favorite? I would say if I'm very hungry, I will eat the Don for sure.
I really like everything.
You really like everything?
I really like everything.
Cannot make a choice. That means the next time you come, you will order everything.
I think right, their curry, right, it's how they prepare everything. Because they use like truffle, caviar, the sauce. I think it's one of the more pronounced flavor in the bowl. That's why I like everything as a whole. And the way they prepare the flounder fish, the blowtorch, then the creaminess seeps into the rice. That's why I love it. So I really cannot choose what I like in this place.
Okay, fair enough. How about you, sir? You came here before. This is your second time here.
Yes, my second time here. Usually, I will bring my girlfriend out on weekends.
Right. Not like some people just stay at home, play wukong, then...
Not loyal,
Don't
this
love,
kind, got second love, third
one
love,
got side
fourth
chick,
love,
everything,
side chick.
So what's your favorite?
If I were to choose, right, even though everything is so good, it will be the scallop. If you don't prepare scallop well, right, there was this fishy taste. But they prepare it so well, right, they blow torch it so well that like it covers the taste.
But I would dare say there's like totally no fishy smell.
Totally don't have.
The scallop is there for the texture, and then it blends everything together very well. Yeah. So be sure to come down and give Shinrai a try, and we are off to the next location. For my last recommendation, we are at East Coast Road for Str Tao. So Str Tao, I discovered it a couple months ago, and I think I eat more than 20 times. Every week I will deliver to my house at least 2-3 times. So we are having one dish and one dish only, okay? They have an extensive menu, but I only like this.
Their menu is all just Taiwan
I tried
food.
everything. Everything is quite good, okay? But it's quite standard Taiwan food.
Okay.
But what really blew me away, right, is this Taiwan braised beef shank ramen soup. To start off, right, just try the soup first.
It looks bloody red.
Yes, it's bloody. It's not very spicy though. So the soup, walao.
This is description of the soup.
It melted.
Wow, this soup. This soup make me do a lot of things that I wish I didn't.
Wow, spicy ja.
It's not very spicy though. If you find the soup spicy, never mind. Now try the noodle. So the broth is very intense.
Correct.
Okay, cooked over 8 hours, right?
Yes.
And I feel right, the noodle managed to get the best part of the soup. To me, all the essence is what into it. It's not like a flavorless noodle.
It's just normal ramen.
But I love it because right, it's almost as thick as the normal yellow alkaline noodle without the alkaline taste.
Right. Actually, compared to that noodle, right, I think it's more bitey.
But like you said lah, it really soak up the essence of the soup and the broth. That's why right, I can even taste the chili. It's quite spicy to me. Me and Nigel feel like it's a little bit spicy, but I think you can customize it because when they serve it to us, right, they put on top of it the chili.
You can scoop it aside lah. But I still eat
Right.
When I went to Taiwan right last year right, I ate the beef noodle there right. One of the best beef noodle I ate there lah, which is recommended by my driver. And I thought that wow, I would never be able to find a taste like that in Singapore. This is it. That was one of the most expensive beef noodle I ever eaten.
Right.
One bowl like this right, we pay $80 Sing. What? I shit you not.
But can I ask you, were you at least congee villain when you spend the $80?
I was, as a matter of fact.
That's the most important thing.
So as 2018, right, they actually tried to open a Ngee Poly, but they told.
I'm quite interested in the beef because I look at it, there's so many
Tendon.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, when I order this, right, I really go for the noodle and the soup. The beef, in fact, right, is like a 配角 to me.
I like the noodles, I like the soup. But I think you cannot miss out on the beef. I don't think the beef is a 配角.
Oh, really? 你觉得是主角
I think all quite complement each other because I love tendons. I love it so much. And this tendon right is together with the meat one and it makes the whole beef right a lot more bitey, a lot more chewier.
Of all the 3 places that we've been to today, for the first location we went to your kitchen, Ben's kitchen. Then second location we went to Shinrai, and the third place we went to is Str Tao. Which is your favorite?
Hands down, I love Shinkai.
Shinrai.
Shinkai is the before Bangkai.
Shinkai.
The Shinrai. Shinrai Tensei.
Which particular dish?
Because after we cut the cameras, right, the boss kept giving us more and more food.
Wow.
And it was amazing. Everything was great. I love it. And the owner told us that, right, you know the mentaiko that we eat, inside got secret sauce.
Oh,
that's why it's so much more flavorful.
It's not pure mentaiko.
Yeah, I think so. And I realized one common thing about his dishes, right, is very zhong. That's why, right, I think it suits my palate so much.
Correct. Because typically Japanese is on the lighter side.
Correct. You know, but the problem, right, that we always face when we recommend a food, right, is that it always get very crowded.
Correct. Yes.
Right. So I really highly recommend you all to go to SHINRAI to try. Yes. But the place is a little bit smaller. So make sure you reserve a table at SHINRAI before you go, so you won't make a wasted trip down there.
Wow.
How about you, Nigel?
For me, I have to agree with Ben. Shinrai really takes the cake for the day.
Wow!
He really takes the cake.
It boils down to, right, overall, right, the whole place really very good.
The vibes is good. The food is incredible.
Okay, for me, my favorite will be still the Str Tao Taiwan noodle. All three places is my favorites also lah. I would say that I continually find myself go back to Str Tao and Ben's Kitchen.
I think every time we do your favorite,
Right.
your monthly favorite, right, it's always very hard to choose among the three. Because really, all three I like.
Yeah, same.
I think why Ryan, right, always like, hey, I don't know whether you all really like. It's because we always choose one. Then he's like, how the other really bad, man, you know?
Yeah.
But
But
really
we all
no.
like- we
I
all
like
choose
all
all.
three.
Yeah,
I like all three.
Okay lah, that's assuring lah. So be sure to try out all the places that we recommend, and as always, remember to follow all our socials. Click here for more, click here to what, and cut to the bloopers. The beef, in fact, right, is